welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be Halloween treats, and this was actually requested by you guys. In my last few videos, I've been asking you guys in a poll up here what you want to see for the next video, so make sure to always check that little eye up there. I'm super excited about this because I've never done Halloween treats before, and I thought these turned out super cute, and they're just like perfect for any kind of Halloween occasion or school like class party. These were some of my favorite treats I've ever done on my channel. Seriously, I had so much fun. I say that in every video, but I really did have so much fun making these treats. Anyways, I hope you guys will enjoy this, and if you do, please give this video a big thumbs up because that is how I gauge what kinds of videos I make for you guys. I like to make videos that you guys enjoy, so if you give it a thumbs up and I see that there's a lot of engagement, I'll probably make something like that again in the future. And also, if you're new here, hi, my name's Kristi-Anne. I hope you'll subscribe. And if you want to know whenever I post a new video, then make sure to turn on that post notifications button. It's a little bell right beside the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So this dessert dip is literally the easiest thing ever to prepare, and it takes almost no ingredients to put it together. So you just add all of your ingredients together into a bowl and use a handheld mixer or a whisk to whip everything together. Then I added in some neon green food coloring and added them into some silicone cauldrons that I picked up at Michael's. You can top this with any kind of candies you'd like to make it look extra spooky. I added a pretzel rod and some pearl gumballs to act as the bubbles, and I got these at the bulk section of my grocery store. And then I added in some gummy worms, some candy eyeballs, and some candy bones. So you can serve this dip alongside any kind of sliced fruit. I also added some pretzels because I really liked the combination, but it's also really great with graham crackers and marshmallows. So to make these Oreo truffle cake pops, I'm taking an entire box of Oreos and blending them on high in a food processor and then adding the crumbs to a bowl. And then I'm adding in a block of cream cheese and mixing everything together with my hands until a paste forms. So then I'm taking little bits of the mixture and rolling it between my hands to form little balls. And then to let the balls firm up a bit, I'm just popping them into the refrigerator for half an hour. Then to secure the cake pop sticks, I'm dipping them into some melted candy melt and popping them into the middle of the ball and then putting them back in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes. So while those are in the refrigerator, I'm just going to roll out my fondant, and you can get fondant at pretty much any craft store nowadays. I got mine from Michael's. So I'm just rolling it out until it's about 1/16 of an inch thick and then cutting out a circle with a large cookie cutter. Then you just want to cover the cake pop with some melted candy melts and let that harden. So from there, I'm attaching the fondant using a little bit more of the candy melts and then painting on my ghost faces with some black food gel that I've just thinned out with a little bit of water and a paintbrush. These little ghost cake pops are so adorable, and I absolutely love how they turned out. I think these are super easy for anyone to make, and they're also really, really yummy. So to make this, you want to add all of your ingredients into a very large pot with a candy thermometer on the side, and you want to stir everything together and let it sit there undisturbed until it reaches 300 degrees Fahrenheit. After that, you want to remove it from the heat immediately and stir in your baking soda, and only stir it for a couple seconds, and then have a pan with some parchment paper already ready for you to pour the mixture onto. This is kind of a fast process at this point. So you want to let it sit undisturbed for like an hour until it completely hardens, and then you can go ahead and cover it with some melted semi-sweet chocolate. So then to make this more of a fun, colorful bark, I added on some white and purple and orange candy melts, and the orange and the purple I just dyed with some food gel. And then from there, I added on a bunch of Halloween candy. You could add whatever you'd like. I know some of these are only specific to Canada, so I added some Kit Kats, some Arrows, some Smarties, and then some gummy worms. So I let that harden for about 15 minutes, and then I cut it up into some pieces. And I have to say, I'm super, super happy with how this came out. I wasn't sure how it's going to actually work because I have never seen anyone do candy bark over sponge toffee before, but this is the most amazing thing I've ever made in terms of desserts. It is so good. So to take these brownies to the next level, I'm adding some malted milk powder into some box brownie mix, and then my eggs, some coffee to enhance the chocolate flavor, some melted butter in place of the oil, and some vanilla. And then I'm stirring that together really quickly, making sure to not overmix it, and then adding in some semi-sweet chocolate chips. Then I'm pouring that into my pan that I've already lined with some parchment paper and popping it into the oven to cook. So to make my life a little bit easier, I melted some white chocolate and added it to a squeezy bottle to fill my skeleton mold, and then I popped my tray into the freezer to let it harden for about 15 minutes. Then I just popped out the white chocolate from the mold and set that aside until my brownie was cooled. So I'm just topping my brownie with some pre-made frosting and covering the entire thing, and oh my gosh, I love this stuff, it's so good. And then I added on my skeleton. So then I made some holes into the brownie and popped in some gummy worms and covered the entire brownie with some crushed Oreos to make it look like dirt, and added on some little candy tombstones. These came out tasting so incredibly fudgy and nothing like box brownies, and the coffee really makes it taste a lot more rich, so I was super happy with how these came out. I was inspired to make these based on some similar cupcakes I'd seen on Pinterest that I just wanted to modify a little bit because I thought they were so cute. So you just start off by making some basic box cake mix and then adding in some black food gel. So I added my batter into some cupcake liners and baked them according to the instructions on the box. For the marshmallow buttercream, I'm starting off by creaming my butter in a bowl with a hand mixer until it is light and fluffy, and then gradually adding in my powdered sugar. Then to thin out my buttercream just a little bit, I'm adding in a very small amount of heavy cream, and then I'm adding in some vanilla as well as some kosher salt and mixing that all together. And then I'm adding in a whole container of marshmallow cream with some white food coloring and mixing that together until it's combined. So then I'm removing a bit of the middle portion of the cupcake using a clean piping tip, and then I'm piping some of the buttercream on with a 6B tip and adding a piece of white cotton candy and a toffee bonbon to act as the spider's nest, and then finishing it off with a plastic spider. And that completes these super cute spiderweb cupcakes. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and also if you try one treat from this video, it has to be the toffee bark. It is so freaking delicious. It's like the most addicting snack ever, so only make it if you have like a lot of people to share it with. Otherwise, you'll probably end up eating the entire tray within like a day and a half like I did. I'm not joking. I probably gained like 6 pounds just from filming this video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.